You just saw us making a few moments ago. Now let's get into the tomatoes, the base of that beautiful sauce.
The base of it. Well, it's, you know, if you can keep your tomatoes from the summertime.
And I have still a few, actually.
And most people, you know, it depends on your season. But here are some great garden tomatoes. What you need to do to take the skin off, because it really adds a nice flavor without the skin on for the tomato. Pot of boiling water. Dump the tomato in just for a minute and then pull it out, and then you need to submerge it into cold water. And then
Does it make any difference if it's ice water, just as long as it's really
cold? Yeah, add some ice cubes in there. And then you're going to have this tomato, and you can just peel back. See how nice and easy that comes? Peel back the skin.
So you don't even have to score it first with a little knife? Or?
You do. Jim, you've been watching. Well, you know.
Again, I was born at night, but not last night.
And then it's just that simple. So then that's what you're looking at for a great tomato, and that you have the skin taken off of it. So we're just going to move that over here.
And how many of those would you do? If you want to, I guess it depends on how many you want to make. Or
yeah.
how big
so we'll
sauce.
see how our sauce goes. But we're going to be doing, for making a sauce, it's all about the flavors and the layering of flavors. So first we have our nice hot pan. We're going to add in a couple tablespoons of canola.
Want me to do that?
Yes, please. If you can just coat it. And with the mild flavor, it has a really high smoke point. That's great. So it's going to have that, you know, allow that pan to get hot for a saute. And when you do a saute, you want to have it be nice and hot. This is an onion.
Can you turn that up a bit?
It has a good sizzle, so we're...
Okay.
Get that moving around. And you always want to add your onion in first, and a great, you know, Manitoba products are wonderful. Tomatoes, onions, garlic, canola oil. There's 10,000 canola farmers in Manitoba, and they grow one of the best. Yep.
Really?
About 3 million acres of canola is grown. So we have some great garlic that we're going to add from the Garlic Eccentric boys. And they have the best garlic. And
again, homegrown.
Homegrown
the
stuff.
The garlic and the boys.
So as that slowly simmers and cooks, then we have, I have some basil, fresh basil. And if you can use fresh, it's so much nicer. And you just want to gather all the leaves together.
And you never really get a sense of what the difference is until you actually have some of the fresh herbs.
Right. It's true.
It really makes a huge
difference. And
you
know, especially we're using wonderful tomatoes from the garden and heart-healthy canola. Why not just go with that added? So I've just rolled them up, and then with a really nice sharp knife, you're just going to cut them very thinly, and that's going to add that really nice part of the sauce.
And a little bit of color, which is always nice.
A little bit of color.
Hey, in just a couple of moments, I'm going to give you some information on how you might win a prize, but also on how you can contact us if you have any questions, things that you might want to ask Ellen, as an example.
Of course.
Or just
we love hearing from the viewers.
Even the usual comments that we hear so often about how easy the recipes are and how they're made with products that are easy to find, often, as you've just alluded to, homegrown.
Well, and so,
simple.
you know, it's really important with everyone looking for Manitoba-made products and where to get them. And, you know, canola oil is that choice that can be used. So I've just, you know, cut them just very
Just chunky. So you're not putting them through a food processor or anything to just... See,
and then I have some that I've done earlier that we're just going to add in. But first, I forgot the best ingredient. Well, besides canola that we're going to have here. We need some red wine.
Oh, do we ever?
How could we forget that?
Yeah.
So you know, you want to use a wine that we're going to cook with, and I think Al is using this one later on somehow.
Well, I'll have to quiz her. And this is in one of the new Tetra Packs that he's mentioned in the past. How much would we put in me?
I don't know. Let's say half a cup. Again, you want it. It's going to cook down. Sure.
Is that about a half a cup?
Yeah.
I should test that. Well, I'll do that in a minute.
So is that
hot enough? See, I'd crank it up.
Yeah.
But that might be just me.
So that looks, you know, it's going to come together, it's going to sizzle, it's going to continue to cook down. And really you want this sauce to cook for about 30 minutes. But we have that fantastic giveaway that I talked about earlier. It's a wonderful spoon from Canola.
Yes.
And if you call the office at 982-2122, we'll be happy to send that out with you and our recipe packages.
That's right.
Or you could go online at canolarrecipes.ca and give us your address, and we will send that to you.
This and a smile, one of the few things in life that's free. How's that?
Well, it's true. So we're going to just add in some more of our sauce, our tomatoes. Maybe a pinch of sugar for you.
Pinch of sugar?
You could be a little sweeter.
Oh, no, you stop it. You couldn't be.
I know.
And then
and now the fresh herbs.
Okay, while we're letting this go, let's talk about that giveaway.